right here now. We're in a booth. We're in Australia. Hello.
We're in Australia. Hi.
Yes, we're in Australia, everyone. Welcome. Hi, can you introduce yourself quickly, please?
Sure. My name is Julie Quinn. I'm Senior Trade and Investment Commissioner with Austrade, which is the Australian Trade and Investment Commission, a government department.
And you're here representing, or at least showing us, some of the companies involved in bio.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about the booth here?
Sure. Well, we have 36 Australian companies here this year. That's a record. We've been exhibiting for nearly 10 years, and that's the biggest number. We have companies that span mRNA technologies, clinical trials, contract manufacturing, and regenerative medicine. So quite a range of companies here.
Absolutely. What is the... Now, I do visit the Australian booth every year, not only here, but also the different ones. But for someone who hasn't seen it yet, science, research, Australia, what is Australia's strength?
I think it stems from our life science research. We have a lot of top universities. We have 7 in the top 100 globally for life sciences. We've produced a lot of Nobel Prize winners, and our health and medical research is first class. So that has led to startup companies and a really strong infrastructure base for, say, clinical trials and research.
Well, great. Is there any way you could tell us about some of the companies, or that you can show us a little bit of the booth?
Sure. Okay.
We don't need to go into detail and interrupt anyone's meetings.
Okay.
But for example, as always, you divide it up by the districts, right?
Yeah. So Australia is a federation of states.
Excuse me.
So we have 5 state governments here, and they have brought with them the companies. So we have Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, and Western Australia. And they have brought companies ranging from, as I said, R&D organisations through to clinical trials. We also have a couple of government entities. One is called CSIRO, which is a Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, our largest research group, and another group called MTP Connect, which is our government industry growth centre that fosters the medtech sector.
Personal question here, out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Does each region have its own, does each state have its own strength, or is it kind of evenly spread out? You don't have to go into too much detail, but is there like a differentiation between the states?
To some extent. So, for instance, Queensland in the north of our country has a tropical region, so they're very strong in tropical medicine. In Victoria, in the south, we are very strong in mRNA technologies, to the point that, in fact, Moderna is setting up manufacturing facilities there. Victoria is also home to CSL, our biggest pharmaceutical company. South Australia has got niches, particularly in digital health. Western Australia is quite isolated and has strengths in telehealth. And then New South Wales, which is our biggest state by population, has got real strengths in gene therapies. Yeah.
Now, if someone wants to find out more information about this, obviously they can come to the booth. Is there an online resource? Is there something that we can use as well to find more information?
Yeah, so we have this brochure, and it is available electronic. So if people come to the booth, they can scan the QR code and they can download the brochure. But of course, all our companies here have their own collateral as well.
Great. Thank you so much for talking with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. There you go. So there's one of the countries represented here, the Australian booth, which, of course, divide that up into their 5 states, representing the companies that are coming out of there. So it's always interesting to see them, and they always have a big presence in pharmaceuticals, whenever there's a pharmaceutical conference or a bio conference, something related to the health sciences. So it's always interesting to see exactly what Australia brings to the table.